My daughter's father wants to use our daughter as therapy for his wife. My 6-year-old daughter's father, Jeff, has never been my partner. We had a drunken one-night stand, and he made it clear I was on my own on this one when I told him I was pregnant. For the first 4 years of her life, Jeff never cared about his daughter. She's always wanted to meet her dad and at times cried about it. Spy always tried to get him involved. I sent him pictures and invited him to her birthdays, but he always replied saying he didn't give an F. She didn't understand why her dad wasn't coming, and it broke my heart when on her 4th birthday she said to me, "I know daddy doesn't care about me, mommy." Right after her 4th birthday, though, Jeff reappeared. He began demanding parental rights. He refused to explain to me why all of a sudden he wanted them, though, and so I refused him. He eventually sued me but was told by the court he wouldn't be getting them. But he was given the offer to pay child support and told if he did this in the future, they could revisit giving him actual rights. He refused. While walking out of the courtroom, I walked over to him and offered to let him see my daughter in a casual manner, but he just scoffed and walked out. We didn't hear from him for about half a year, until one day he called. I put my daughter on the phone so she could say hi to him for the first time, but he wouldn't say more than a few words to her. While she was rambling to him about something she thought was cool, he interrupted her and told her to give the phone to her mother. He then had the audacity to ask me if our daughter and I wanted to visit him on the 2nd day of Christmas. I know I should have said no, but my daughter was so happy to talk to her dad for even a few seconds. I asked him if he promised to at least make her feel like daddy's girl for one day, and because he said yes, I agreed. I wish I hadn't. As soon as we came over to the house, my daughter ran to Jeff and hugged his leg, yelling, "Daddy!" while he just looked down at her in borderline disgust. He never made any effort to communicate with her, never paid attention to what she showed him, and I had to scold him in private to at least act like he cared. But that wasn't even the worst part. The worst was his wife. My daughter's name is Anna, but Jeff's wife kept calling her Caitlin. She was also very physical with Anna, trying to pick her up and parent her. I would tell her to please let me deal with my child, but she pretty much ignored me and kept parenting her. I grit my teeth and bore it, but I hit my limit when my daughter said she needed the bathroom and Jeff's wife went, "Oh, Caitlin, baby, you need potty? Let mommy change you." I snapped. I immediately grabbed her hand, told her she was insane, my daughter's name was Anna, and that we were leaving. The woman started wailing that I was kidnapping her baby girl and tried to lunge at me. Her in-laws, yeah, I met Jeff's whole family, got in the middle and held her, consoling her and coddling her like she was the victim. At that point, I glared at Jeff and told him he better explain or I'd be calling police. He asked me to speak in private, and we went out into the garden where I told my daughter to play in the snow and let me and her dad talk. Jeff explained that he and his wife recently lost their daughter, Catalin, and this caused some psychological issues to her. And so he had the brilliant idea that having Anna act as their lost child would help his wife heal. Turns out that's why he wanted parental rights. He pleaded for me to leave my daughter with him for a little bit. I asked him what his plan was when his wife heals, and he responded, "I'll just send Anna back with you and it will be just like before." I angrily whispered to him that he was insane, and that what his wife needs is therapy, not feeding her delusions. He told me I was being cruel and didn't know the pain of losing a child. I agreed with him, but also told him that my priority is not his family, it's my child. I also told him to call his lawyer because I am making sure he never has contact with my child.